Death Note is a battle of philosophies. Light Yagami, a genius who decides he's God. L, a genius who decides someone has to stop him. The entire show works because these two are equals. Same intelligence, same obsession, opposite morals. Every scene where they sit across from each other is a chess match where both players can see 6 moves ahead. Then L dies, and the show never recovers. Here's the problem. L wasn't just a character, he was the mechanism that made Light interesting. Light is a narcissist who needs a worthy opponent to justify his god complex. Without L, Light isn't outsmarting anyone. He's just winning by default. The tension of is Light going to get caught only works when the person hunting him is on his level. Take that away and Light stops being a tragic anti-hero and starts being a guy who wins because the plot needs him to. Look at what happens after. Near and Mello show up. 2 kids literally raised to be L's replacements, and that's the show telling on itself. It knows it lost something irreplaceable, so it tries to clone it, but Near is L's intellect without his humanity. Mello is L's obsession without his control. Split into 2 people, neither of them recreates what made L work. L was compelling because he was one person holding both traits in tension, genius and eccentric. Detached and weirdly emotional about justice, Near and Mello are the writers doing math instead of writing a character. The Kira investigation team feels it too. Watari and L built an operating system built on trust between 2 people who never fully trusted anyone else. Once L is gone, the team is just functional. Competent people doing competent police work. It's fine. It's not Death Note. And the show's central question changes without anyone deciding it should. Before L dies, the question is who is smarter. After L dies, the question becomes, will Light eventually slip up? Those are not the same show. One is a duel. The other is a countdown. A countdown is less interesting because you already know the answer. Light was always going to lose eventually. The only suspense left is logistics. Some people defend this arc. They say it's realistic, that heroes don't always survive, that L's death raises the stakes by proving Light will kill anyone. Fair point. But Death Note isn't a show about realism. It's a show about 2 minds proving a point to each other. Realism was never the appeal. The appeal was watching L bait Light into a trap using nothing but psychology, and watching Light counter using nothing but paranoia and preparation. That's a very specific kind of story, and it only has one L. The manga even seems to know this. The pacing after L's death speeds up in a way the first half never did, like the story is racing to the finish line instead of savoring the middle. Compare the Yotsuba arc, slow, methodical, everyone suspecting everyone, to the Near arc, which is mostly Light acting erratic, and the plot tightening around him mechanically. One feels like chess, the other feels like watching a trap close. L's death isn't a bad twist on its own. Killing a fan favorite is a legitimate move. The issue is that Death Note built its entire structure around one specific rivalry, and it never built a real replacement for it. Not because Near and Mello are badly written, but because the show's whole engine was 2 people who understood each other perfectly while trying to destroy each other. That's not a role. That's a relationship. And you cannot recast a relationship. Death Note doesn't end when L dies, but the story that made people fall in love with it does.